Guys, what's up? It is Doug. Hey, how's it going? I'm here today with another review, and this isn't a Halloween piece, actually. It's part of the Lemax Sights and Sounds series, but I have my Halloween background here again. I'm in the middle of preparing to move, so it's kind of crazy here. Even the Christmas pieces that I have the next couple weeks, I'm going to have this background and everything because I just can't unpack everything at the moment, so I hope you don't mind. I'm in Halloween mode anyways. I'm always in Halloween mode. So this week I have the Lemax Circus Funhouse. So again, this isn't Halloween. This is part of the Sights and Sound collection, which there's a lot of Carnival pieces that are in this. If you're unfamiliar with the Sights and Sound series, it's basically a Carnival series that's not themed to a season. And as I've been doing here in the last couple of weeks, these are brand new for 2020, should be available this summer. So let's get into it. And here it is, the Circus Funhouse. So this is a pretty good sized piece, as you guys can see here. See all the way around it. Of course, power cable will go right into here. There's your connector here. This piece does have lights and sound, so I will play that here at the end with the soundtrack on it. And the theme of this, of course, is a fun house. And I know that there's a lot of people interested in this, even though it's not themed for Halloween, because the issue that we have with getting a fun house into our Halloween scenes for Spooky Town is that Chuckle's Funhouse, there's actually a couple fun houses you can get. There's a Department 56 one. I've actually reviewed that on this channel. I really dig that piece. And Lemax has a couple of them, the most notable being Chuckle's Funhouse, which one of these years I'll get my hands on that piece. It's very tough to get and it's very expensive. So I know a lot of folks are probably going to be looking at this here as sort of a substitute for your Carnival scene if you want to have a fun house. So as I mentioned in the Totally Twisted review, I am going to be doing a Carnival scene now. That's kind of my main goal for Spooky Town going forward. So along with my farm, I still have my farm stuff, of course, but I am looking to do a Carnival theme as I'm a roller coaster junkie. I finally started to accumulate enough stuff where I can have a decent Carnival scene. So anyways, this one here, you can see what it looks like lit up. It looks nice. It's got 3 points of animation. There's the guy in the tunnel. There's someone up here in the twirl section that's got the spinning pillars. And you have the quake section, which is this room that shakes. And I'd love to see this mechanism that how this is working on, because it is pretty accurate with one of those shaking rooms that you would actually see in a funhouse. I would guess that it's probably on some sort of a spring setup here. So something to know on this building is I always seem to forget these things. These 3 flags that you have up here, you actually have to put those on the top. But this building would be an excellent candidate for a retheming, and I actually think that's what I'm going to do on it. So if you're unfamiliar with retheming, what that is, you're taking a building and you're painting it to match the theme you're going for and kind of changing the actual theme of it. So this one here, there's nothing overtly Halloween. There's really nothing overtly seasonal with it at all. You could easily paint these stripes right here, your blacks, your purples, your oranges. I'll probably do a mix of them whenever I wind up doing this. You could paint your guardrail, really the whole facade of the building. If you make it Halloween colors right there, that's going to change it to to look something spooky, because the lighting on it's pretty good. Even though the lighting isn't necessarily spooky, that doesn't really matter. But you paint the slide and a few of the other things different colors, that would really change it up. And of course, what I've seen a lot of people do too, you paint the figurines, you can paint costumes on them, or if you're really brave, you can actually break the figurines off and put on some other figurines by way of hot glue, super glue. Now the finish on this one here, if you're thinking of doing that, it is a very plastic kind of finish. So I would want to go with like a plastic hobby paint. I don't think you would want ceramic paints. So I'm actually new to painting miniatures because in January, a friend turned me on to the X-Wing game, the tabletop game, the Star Wars X-Wing game. And I've actually gotten pretty competitive at that. I play in a league and I've started to paint my spaceships as well. I am a big Star Wars nerd. I don't think I've ever talked about it on here, but I love the Star Wars spaceships. By the way, for any of you X-Wing miniature players out there, I like to play Scum. I play the Mandalorians pretty much. Fang Fighters and Slave One. Love those setups. But anyways, back to this. That's why I'm going to wind up doing it, because I started to paint those miniatures myself, so I feel pretty confident in that. And of course, I'm used to painting Lexi, and I'm big into the RC hobby. So that's no problem, but as far as actually getting the paintbrushes out, this would be a good one to try. So again, that's the thing with this piece. It looks good on its own. If you want to just do a regular Carnival, fine. If you want to put this in like a Spooky Town or a Christmas style Carnival, that would work. I just think that if you're looking for a candidate to really go all out and convert it, this is a really good one to try it. So, all right guys, that's gonna do it for this review here. Before I play with the lights and sound here in just a moment, The next couple weeks here, I'm going to feature 2 brand new for 2020 Lemax Christmas Village pieces. And then after that, it's time to get ready for summer when the releases start to happen. As far as I know, nothing has been delayed yet on the Lemax side. We will see if that happens. I guess I'll play it by ear. But the thing is, I do want to do a Lemax Spooky Town buyer's guide as soon as I have a little bit more info, because as some of you might have seen, there is no more AC More. It was purchased by Michaels, so that AC More app trick that I've used for the last couple of years, where you get like that 55% off coupon early, that doesn't seem to exist anymore. So once I get a little bit more info on that, I'm going to release that guide probably in mid to late June. And yeah, guys, summer's almost here. We're almost here for the release of Spooky Town. I do hope to talk a little bit Department 56 on here as well as we get into the season. But yeah, that's it, guys. Here it is with the lights and sound, and thank you very much for watching.